You know, it's really good that I've experienced today. It's so nice to see people being nice to each other. I love it. Like a homeless guy wanted me to make a sign for him. And another homeless guy said, oh, you're gonna go give that to him now. Okay, here's some tobacco. And then when I walked over, then there was a lady. She said, oh, I'm so sorry, this is the last, I'm gonna be going away, but, oh, well, I hope, that you are able to get a place. She gave him coffee and a treat. Danish. And she says, you're angels. You have angels looking out for you. See? Coffee. A Danish. You. And somebody gave me tobacco. And she gave me a wink. You have a good day. And I hope that you're able to find somewhere to not be able to be in the streets. And that's wonderful. You have no idea all the hell that I've been through. That it's really beautiful to see people kind to each other. Like, oh my God, did I ever experience that? No, it was like one insane attacking abuser after another. And fortunately, they hear everything that I say. And then they figure out in their little sick little minds, hey, I can abuse her the same way. Yeah, she... And my dead husband used to always say to me, oh, you're used to it by now. Oh, yeah, you're the hell are you? You never had any... Yeah, he knew that he can abuse me. And I'll never ever forget the Jeffrey Dahmer video with a newscaster lady. She's like, you're in the army for 9 years. 9 years you're in the army. And you didn't abuse a fly. Now, why is that? Jeffrey Dahmer. Because I never had the opportunity. He never had the opportunity. In the army, he was good. Never ever harmed a fly. But even in prison where he was killed, this sick fuck, and he, the food that he was able to get in the lunch area, in the cafeteria area, he would line up his food like, internal organs to make it look like internal organs, and prisoner couldn't fucking stand it, and he just fucking somehow got a big crowbar, somehow got a big piece of metal and killed him. Just passion with it. The fuck. I'm sick of seeing this fucking shit every day. You piece in your little food. Oh, look, I'm eating. And he was a cannibal, right? He was a cannibal. Oh my God. So, yeah. Someone in the cafeteria prison couldn't stand it and just bashed him and killed him. I'm like, well, what's wrong with that? He irritated someone that much. Everyone knows he's a cannibal. Knows he killed how many people and ate them. Just, this world's insane. And an individual lied to me, who I watched Piss on the Grave with, which is a horrific movie. Unfortunately, this woman was abused to death, raped to death, almost killed, like she should have died. Okay, by gang rape. Okay, and so she went back and viciously killed them all. Like somehow she had the legion of demons in them after they raped her, and she stood up and she went out and killed them in the worst way possible. I mean, if you kill somebody nicely, you're just gonna kill them, right? The one guy she let sit out in the sun with bugs eating his eyelids and stuff, like slicing him, and she went out of her way to do like the worst. And I forget, how she individually killed each guy. And then she went into therapy. And this one guy was very abusive to a woman. She just killed him. Like, it's not right. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, and to go and torture someone because they torture someone else doesn't help anything. It would certainly make me feel like shit, like for the rest of my life, if I took one of my insane rapists and tortured them the way they tortured me, and I'd be like, oh my god, it would. I have a good conscience that would make me feel guilty about it, and I'd be like, oh my god, he was rotten to me, but and that's seriously, I can't harm a fly, and that's what my dead husband knew about me. I mean, I'm like a paranoid person. I always carried a little stupid pocket knife, or I had a little tiny. Yeah, I had a weapon on me when I went to the grocery store. Said, look, here's my weapon. And he just laughed at me. He wouldn't harm a fly. You can't do that. I already knew that about you. So anyway, the guy that I watched Piss on the Grave with, okay. He's like, Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't even know anything about him. He's such an awful person. Whoa, the fuck? He's no different than the made-up character in Piss on the Grave story. It's all mirrored, all made up, but it's pretty disgusting. And I wouldn't want to see it again. And then not only did they make Piss on the Grave 1, but 2 and probably 3, 4, and it's horrible. Wait, so what? She's a serial killer because, she was almost tortured. She was tortured to death at one point in her life. I was tortured to death how many times in my life? And I never did that. No? And it doesn't help you to torture someone. And then, it's not in me to put people down and make fun of people and go out of my way to make sure that someone's tortured, like Piss on the Grave. Like, what the fuck's that? Jeffrey Dahmer, Piss on the Grave, same fucking shit. You're torturing a person to death. What? I don't want to know about that shit. I never want to see, what the fuck Jeffrey Dahmer made his fucking skin out of, making fucking lamps and fucking whatever the hell he did, Piss on the Grave. And I want to know that shit. I only saw it once and I never want to see it again. Why the fuck would I? Fucking insane shit. That just makes me go crazy. Thinking about crazy fucking shit will make you go crazy. Because you become your own thoughts. So, facts are facts. So, even though, it's questionable of who Jesus is, if he really existed, he really helped me survive. Ever since 2015, I cried out to my Lord Jesus, okay? And, for whatever it is, he was a nice man who came down and healed people and made somehow was able to cry out and have multiple food come in and feed thousands of people. I mean, I do not think that those stories are made up. Now, every single book in the Old Testament of the Satan God, I believe, are made up. Now, I did like Jeremiah. I like, Isaiah, okay, is like promising with. So there's certain like nice little verses in the Old Testament that are okay. But like books like Leviticus, like that's Satan. And I never ever got into like all the rules. Why would I ever read the Old Testament? What the fuck? I might as well read Pistol in the Grave. And like, well, no, whatever. Fucking, they're both all, that's a made up story, and so is the Old Testament. Every single story. Like a guy can really live in a whale for 3 days. Oh, well, Jesus rose in 3 days. And, you know what, I had to look up, like, what pagan, what Jewish person, outside the Bible, non-believers, recorded, way back when, that Jesus, my Jesus, who gave me the peace that passes all understanding when I ask. And it worked for me. And even though I don't think it's a placebo effect at all, but let's just say it works for me. It made me sane. I mean, all these insane abusers in my life, what else do I have? They certainly made sure I never had a fucking cent to try to get away from that. I can't do anything with a cent or 50 cents or $1 anyway, but you know what? They made sure I never even had a penny. And if there's like any change around, dude, I have change here. You stole my change. I don't steal anything. My God. All the fucking hell that I was forced to put up with. It's all bullshit, nonsense. Ridiculous, crazy. No one deserves that, and not even the abuser, but the only way to reprimand an abuser like Jeffrey Dahmer, put him back in the military where he's watched. That's why he couldn't harm a fly. He's watched. Hey, Jeffrey Dahmer, instead of putting you here, where you'll probably get killed, we'll just put you back in the military and make sure more officers are watching you, and you have to work fucking 12 hours a fucking day and give back to all the family members and loved ones of the victims that you killed and ate. Okay? And that's your fucking sentence. And we don't give a fuck. And maybe on the weekends you only work 8 hours a day or whatever fucking shit. But no, you're working half the fucking day. And your paychecks go to the officers that have to keep you in line, watching you, make sure that, you're not going to do anything. And we're going to pat you down every fucking second that we get a chance to. We're going to keep a good eye on you. And that would have been the better punishment.